Wizard of Oz. And here he is, the Wizard of Wiz, if ever a whiz there was. If ever, oh, ever a whiz there was, the Wizard of Oz is one because of the wonderful things he does.
Hello everyone, it's I'm back. Here's Dorothy's here. Hello. She's learnt a new word. Bub 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 bub. Hopefully we'll hear it. No, hand in the mouth. Alright, well, the point of this post was one, to say happy birthday to myself. Bit lame, but I only say it because I wanted to show you the birthday card I got from my family. I will hold it up here. Just enjoy your birthday. I emptied my wallet and got you a stripper. So here we go. I had $1.30. What's that? As you can see, my family and my wife has a good sense of humour. Well, anyway, it's my 44th birthday, but technically I'm only 4 because it's only the 4th time I've celebrated it. But our dear Raven's little big sister, who's only 3, made a birthday cake, so I got to blow out candles and make a wish. Anyway, I was thinking the other day about this, that there are many more negatives than positives being a Jehovah's Witness, but there were some fun times, and that's what the point of this post is to just retell some of the funny things. There were lots, but just a few of them, mostly around field service was one. Remember one time, we're only teenagers, old enough to know better, but one of my friends, Gavin, and I were witnessing in this area, and you, like all kids, you just bludge off. Someone's not home, you're like, oh, could we just stay here for a while? And if anyone asks, oh yeah, that was an interesting talk that we had with each other, not with the person at the door. But anyway, we rang this doorbell and played a musical tune. So we're like, oh yeah, that's good. So they're talking, James said, oh, press the doorbell again. And it was a different tune. So you can guess what we did. We just stood there, wait and press it. And there were about 30 tunes until it got back to the first one. And then we're like, oh, well, we'll go. And we only got about 30 metres, 40 metres down the path, and the front door slams open. This big bloke came out and just stood there looking at us and glared at us, and then walked back in and slammed the door. So, I mean, we're only teenage kids. Surely after like the second one, you would have just come open the door and said, oi, piss off, go away. But no. We were convinced then there must have been like 2 big angels standing there, unseen, protecting us. But anyway, that was quite fun. Another time was I was a bit older, driving, so I had my licence. And again, it was the circuit overseer was at our congregation for witnessing, and I had another friend with me, and we just made it a point to be like the last ones to leave the hall. And then went by McDonald's through the drive-through, got some stuff. And anyway, so we were running a bit late. And the field service was just off in suburbia, where I grew up in Sydney. And we were sort of waiting to see a gap in the traffic to turn to go across to the street where the field service was. So I saw a gap, and I had a Bogan Valiant at the time, but it had a big 6-cylinder in it, and I just slammed it, which did a massive burnout across. I come up the hill, over the hill, and there's like the whole congregation, the circuit overseer, my parents, everyone just in there go, oh, and I just drove and gently pulled over and turned the engine off. Oh, I got dirty looks. I got spoken to about that, but I just said, oh, look, it was slippery road. Anyway, silly things you do. Next silly thing I did was at the setup for district convention at Warwick Farm, and it was on a setup day, so there were probably a couple of hundred people there cleaning all the seats and doing all that. I grew up working in the public address. So we always set up the sound and do all that. Anyway, they did a sound test on the platform where I was at the time with my older brother. And I'd like to say that I was probably only young, like 10, 11. But I think looking back, I was about 15. I should have known better. And the microphone was on. Now, when I walked past, I could have said, hello, g'day, how you going? But no, I burped into the microphone. And the whole place just reverbed with it, and people looked around, and I was like, oh, shit. And this brother, who was sort of my older brother's boss, he was pissed off with me. He told me off, drove me down to the brother who was in charge of the sound, who was an old friend of my grandparents, and he was chuckling, but like, bad, naughty. I should have known better. But the worst thing was, my brother dobbed on me when we got home, and like, he was 20 odd. Oh, grow up, Jeff, if you're watching, which you shouldn't be because I'm an apostate. Naughty. But yeah, he dobbed on me. Bastard. But I still love him. He just has to lose the narcissistic religion he's tied up in. Well, the last one that I remember was the congregation that I lived in for 20 odd years was not too bad. It wasn't too bad for a while, for about the first 15 years. The elders were quite easygoing in the Australian way. Quite happy. Woo! Hello. It's your turn to talk. What do you say, Bubba? Bubba. Say bub, bub, bub. Say bub. Oh, God. Yeah, just make Dad look like he's stupid. All right. Yeah, well, the congregation I lived in was quite good. The elders were pretty easygoing. There was lots of barbecues, lots of things arranged to do. So it was nice. From a social aspect, it was a nice congregation. There was a few elders with poles up their bums, but they didn't end up taking over till a lot of the good ones were forced out and left. But anyway, I digress. One of my friends was the Watchtower conductor, and he's had a very good sense of humour. He'd always see the funny side in things. Anyway, this young sister, Patricia, which, yeah, I can use her name, no one knows. She's still an active JW, so anyway. She timidly put her hand up and she answered, and it was, I can't even remember what the Watchtower study was about, but it discussed the Gentiles. And she's made a comment, and she said about the uncircumcised genitals, and then there was just this silence, and my mate Peter, who was taking the Watchtower, he just went and it just erupted into the most roaring laughter I have ever heard in a congregation. And it was, everyone was laughing so much. She got up, poor thing, and ran out the hall. She didn't answer again for like 6 months, but we never mentioned it. But it was so funny, like everyone was laughing, and Peter would try to start talking again and then just erupt into laughter and was crying. The brother who was reading the Watchtower was just, they had to skip reading a paragraph because he just couldn't do it. Every time he'd start to read it and would say about the uncircumcised Gentiles, he'd just roar with laughter, and like everyone would just erupt, and it was like, went on for a good few minutes. It was the best time I think I've had in the Kingdom Hall ever. It was so much fun. But anyway, that's just a few of the things I can recollect at the moment. Plenty of other ones and dumb things that I've done, like running around Bethel at 1 a.m. in the morning with old man masks on trying to scare the night watch. But that's for another story. But anyway, I'd just like to say thank you to all the viewers, and thank you to the ones who've subscribed as well and your nice comments. I appreciate that because I enjoy watching others' YouTubes, and it's nice to let me know. Tell me if there's doing some mannerism that's annoying. Probably. But anyway, look forward to talking to you all again. There's plenty of things to say. The JW News that's on Facebook every day spewing their propaganda is well worth a mention, and hopefully that will be the feature of more posts. So, my remarkably silent Dorothy, it's time for us to sign off and say goodbye. You're going to say bub goodbye? Come on, bub. She's been saying it all day. No, Daddy, no. You're so mean to me, Daddy. You never give me anything I want. I want an Oompa Loompa. Anyway, it was nice to talk to you all again, and we'll catch you around. Say bye, goodbye. Goodbye. See you later.
I regret to announce this is the end. I'm going now. I bid you all a very fond farewell.